Tasty, tasty. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, guys. I hope you're having a really, really good new year. Happy New Year to every single one of you. It's 2023. We made it. We beat 2022. We've completed 2022. It's done. Here we are in a brave new world, and I hope you guys are ready for it. Because I'm not sure I am, but I'll try my best. Let's see who got first. Anarchy got first. He said, Happy New Year, Jay, and everyone in chat. Kodos came back with same for you as well. So thank you very much, guys, for being first today. Tim's here as well with Surgeman as well. Oh, both saying Happy New Year as well. Kish is here too. Hey, Kish. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Chuck Death, thank you very much for being here. Kish is joking. I haven't spoken to you guys since last year. Slaps knee. Man, I've been having some great conversations with that with my wife. I'm like, babe, it's been like we haven't had sex all year, like 2 minutes past midnight and things like that. It was really, really good fun. I've been doing it all day as well. It's like, we haven't had this all year. Like, you haven't cooked for me all year. I loved it. It was great. She got very tired of that very quickly. Ball Boy's here as well. He says, Happy New Year. Apparently Surgeman had a messy night. I was alright, actually. I had a bottle of wine or two. Just took it steady away, a few rums. It was alright. It was fine. Hijet says, oh, it's happening, the Blackout edition. It's been happening for a while. It's just taken us a while to get it all sorted. But it's here next to me, the second prototype, I think, or third. We've got another final parts coming on the way as well. So I'm looking out for those very, very soon. But I'll tell you all about the details of it and everything we've changed very, very soon. Let's see, you also see Free Juiced is here. Netsy's here as well. Hey man, good to see you, my dude. We back, whoop whoop, indeed, right? I'm crashing hard on the sofa from the disrupted sleep last night. This is just what I need. Yeah, I went to bed about 2 o'clock this morning and then got up about 8, so it wasn't too bad. It was alright. Netsy, SPC stickers. I think we're on with that. I think Tim, now he's got mod, he's doing that. Joshio, thank you so much for the sub, man. Thank you very much for the Blackout hype. I appreciate that. I hope everyone had a sick time celebrating the new year. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I'm caffeinating in 2023. Snap, man. I have caffeine with me. It's taken a while to get good coffee today because we had none in at home and I'd forgotten to go buy some. But when I got up to the workshop, we had some nice coffee, so it was good. Zui, nice blackish grey cloud. Like, thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's not mine. I'm just getting to use it for a little bit, so it's going to get shipped out on Tuesday. So I've got tomorrow with it, and that's it, and then it goes. AHL3, hello Jay, and also hello chat. Thank you very much for being here. Golden Ratio, hey man, good to see you as well. King Cairo, hey man, good to see you. Netsy redeemed coffee check. Again, I'm drinking whatever was left in the machine from before Christmas, so it's a little bit stale, and I don't know what it is. Like, I can't tell you. Like, I keep a point of putting the empty coffee bag once I put it into the machine, into the grinder. I put the coffee bag behind it, and someone keeps moving it from there and putting it in the bin. Which means that within like a day I've forgotten what coffee we're drinking. But I might make like a little laminate thing and put it together and slide the coffee bag in and then make sure no one can get rid of it. Maybe we'll do that. By the time you get around to it, it's been going on all year. Ball Boy, thank you as well for the subscription. It says, I haven't subscribed all year apparently until now. Thank you so much for that. 4 months, I appreciate it. Please make all the dad jokes about the new year. It's great. I love it. Pearly Merlin will take one too. Yeah, someone get the coffee on. Yeah, just grandpa things. Thank you so much for the sub as well. Can't wait to see the build. Yeah, so technically this has been built but not soldered and then dismantled and then re-put back together. So the prototype's been through the wars a little bit, but it's getting there, and it is going to be going to our resident filmographer, photographer, and all-round extraordinaire Tim on Tuesday. It's going to ship to him with some other bits and pieces, so we'll get some nice pictures soon. King Cairo, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Robot Mikey says, is that bad that I went to bed at 10 PM last night? Couldn't bear Jules Holland again. So we watched the Sam Ryder one instead of Jules Holland, and you know what? He was actually quite good. I really enjoyed it. It was quite good, and then the fireworks were amazing. So yeah, but I don't watch Jules Holland. It's not that I dislike him. I just find it too much at New Year. Yeah. Jay, that's a year old. It's from last year. Yeah, I know it's a whole thing. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Stale coffee to the highest bidder. Sure. Yeah, I'll send what's left to the highest bidder. No one will do it. Tim better show me that good. I'm sure he will do. Oh. There we go. Right, okay, we're caught up with chat. So, I've got a few things I wanted to talk to you about today. As you might have seen at the beginning, I've put some things in the list of what's going to happen on the stream today. Which, last week we talked about switches, and you guys really seemed interested in the Gator on X switches, so we did like 10% off for the duration of the stream. So I thought we'd do something fun again today and say you guys can pick something between yourselves. You can throw suggestions into chat as to what you would like to see a discount for the length of the stream. So if there's anything you're umming and ahhing about buying, like is there anything that's on the store that you're thinking, maybe I want that, but maybe a little discount would be nice, you can pick one product between all of you, and we'll put that on a discount just while we're streaming. And we'll do this every week going forward if you guys like this. Like something, like you can all like say stuff and I'll pick one of the items that you suggest. So if you have anything on the store that you'd like to see 10% discount on for the duration of the stream that you will then go and buy, let me know and I'll put that discount live for you right now. I'll pick one of them from all of the stuff that you guys suggest. So I'll wait until we've got like quite a few different suggestions in, and then I'll pick one and put the discount up and you guys can go from there. How does that sound? Like, I'm not going to do it for everything you guys suggest, but like I'll pick one of them, and then we'll just give you a 10% discount for the sake of for the entire duration of the stream. Probably just do it until like midnight tonight UK time or something, right? Rexathon, thank you so much for the sub, man. I appreciate that. I'll let you guys throw some suggestions in chat. I see we've already got one suggestion in there, the Kibu Otaku desk mats. If anyone's got anything else they'd like to purchase, but you know, we want to try something different. Doesn't have to be a Switch, could be a key set, could be anything. We'll just took a 10% discount on, and literally only the people that'll know about it are you guys watching whilst we're live. And you can buy it between now and like midnight or something like that. So I'll let you guys throw suggestions into chat about anything you'd like on the store. I'll give you like 5 minutes. If you haven't decided by like 8:15, okay, we'll do 8:15 p.m. It's 8 minutes past 8 now. So you've got 7 minutes to put suggestions into chat, and then I will pick something from those, right? How does that sound? 10% discount. Just for you guys, because I love you. And I care about you. And I want you to have all the nice things. So, let's do that. We'll do it each week as well, so you guys can like think about this in advance for next week. Right. It has to be a particular product. I'm not going to do it like across like a whole range of stuff. But it has to be in stock, and it has to be one product. Like, it's something in stock and a product. There you go. Those are the rules. In stock and a single product. Like, it can't be all switches or all keycaps or everything in stock. You have to pick one thing between yourselves, kind of thing. So you can like discuss it a little bit, and you can put suggestions in, and I'll pick one thing off the chat. And if more than one of you say the same thing, then it's more likely to get picked. So let's go with that. Cool. Right, I'll let you guys do that. Whilst you're doing that, I'm just going to talk about PT news. So, we open back for business on the 3rd. I've actually been packing today, so all of Wasabi is packed and ready to go. That's going to stock in a week or two's time. So all of the group buy for GMK Wasabi is ready to go. I'm going to do Ashes after I finish streaming tonight before I go home, and then that's all going to be ready as well, because I do have Ashes to show you and unbox in a little while to show you as well, because I'm pretty cool. It's pretty cool how this has come out, the new Ivy Works Ashes. I've got some other bits and pieces to unbox as well, just little bits and pieces for me personally, and then we'll do the build for the Blackout Edition J-02, and I'll talk you through the changes that are ongoing, the things that we've done, how we've changed it, how we've tweaked it, show you it compared to original J-02, and yeah, we'll take it from there. As well as when we're back on Tuesday. Remember, we're not back tomorrow because it's a bank holiday, but we are back in work on Tuesday. So things are going to start to ship out. The main plan is to catch up with all of the in-stock orders over the Christmas period, and then work on getting all of the new stuff listed for the website as well, ready for in stock at the end of the week. So I think Friday we're going to put a big list of stuff in stock next Friday. So watch out for that coming as well. Get your wallets ready, because if you've got some spare Christmas money, I'm going to give you some good things to buy with it. Let's put it that way. So yeah, so it's looking good. Mel and Leo are back on Tuesday as well, so they'll be working hard to make sure we catch up to date with all of the products and everything else and shipping stuff out. It's going to take us a couple of days to get there, but we'll manage it. And the workshop's looking 10 times better now than what they were. What the whole workspace was looking like 2 weeks ago. It's 10 times better now. There's like 20 boxes left to sort out, and then we're pretty much done. It's so close. Like, I can taste it. It's so close. It's so close. Right, okay, let's catch up with chat. You have got 5 more minutes to pick products before I go through those. 100% off TGR Tomo? No, 10%. If you all pick TGR Tomo, I'll do 10% off the TGR Tomo though. Like, if you all pick that. PT hoodie. Maybe. Any idea when the Plays extras are due to go in stock? Do you mean the Play trays, Trojam? If so, the Play trays will go in stock on our first stock drop, which I think is going to be Friday. More news on Tuesday when we're back in work. 'Cause I need to go through everything and make sure I've got time to make the listings and count everything and stuff like that. But I think our first stock drop is going to be on Friday. Looking forward to Wasabi. Brings Sandra's boards slightly closer to completion. Excellent. I'm excited for you. Tim's feeling a lot better. Good, good. I've got a little bit of snuffle, but yeah. Dots will be wild. When am I joining the sim club? Do you know, I don't have anywhere to put a sim wheel. Like, I would love to because I love car racing games, but I don't have anywhere to put a sim wheel. I really don't. I just have nowhere to put one. I did see Archie Technology had one that comes in like a desk that you can open up and like a stool type thing that you can open up and stuff, and it looked really cool. And I would love something like that. I just have nowhere to put one. Like, nowhere to put one. We'll see. We'll see. I couldn't do it at the desk. Like, I couldn't. Like, it just wouldn't feel right unless I was sat properly. So, yeah. Is there a PBT Darling on the horizon? I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. Dots is all out of stock anyway. Yeah, I think that's all gone now as Dots. You decimate yours? Yeah, I've seen people do it. I'm not sure I could be comfortable enough to like drive like that. Would you want to see that, Dinosaur? I do like playing video games, but I don't get a chance to play as much as I'd like to. But if you want to see it, I've done them in the past. I did Destiny 2 a couple of times, but not very much. But yeah, I could do some more streams if you guys are interested in seeing me play video games. I do want to do some more Lego streams. Like, I want to make those consistently across the year as well, because I love building Lego, and like it gets a whole different type of people in it. So I asked about the Keep Town posters once before, and I was told that we couldn't get them in. I'm afraid. I do have one on the wall just in front of me, but I can't get them in stock. I'm afraid. Sorry. Imagine building Lego. Warhammer painting gyms, I'd be terrible at it, so I don't have the dexterity for the fine bits. I'm not very good at painting, so I wouldn't do that. I do want to do some car stuff as well. So I am building a new website for the cars, which is jdm.net. So it's jaedm.net, which is a pun, a play on words, like JDM as in Japanese domestic market, which most of my cars are from the Japanese domestic market. Everyone calls me J, so like a pun on the JDM. So we'll see if we can do something with that, but that will be very separate to Prototypist. It might just happen here at the workshop. Trojan, thank you so much for the 19 months of subs. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Still waiting on royalties, Jay? Royalties for what? Royalties for what? Royalties for what? Right, okay, it's 14 minutes past. JST cable is the next pun designer feel. J Protocarist, Protodrivist, JDM. Oh right, okay. Why did you come up with that? I didn't realize you had. Sorry if I kind of came up with that on my own and thought it was you, or maybe you incepted me and you put Inception in my mind. IFK Blacklight leftovers. Yeah, they're in stock still, Angry Swan. You can pick them up if you want them. Right, okay. Let's see what you guys picked. Let's see what you guys picked. I think Arch is what you guys have gone for more than anything. So I think we're going to pick Arch. So if you want GMK Arch, let me do this for all of the kits for GMK Arch. Actually, let me get this set up. Products GMK Arch. Why is it not finding it? It's a group buy. That's the group buy. In stock, GMK Arch, Shell Base, TTY Alphas, GCC kit, Powerline kit, GUI kit, AUR kit, and the localization kit. Okay. Alright, okay. So GMK Arch now has 10% off until the end of the stream. The code is going to be the same every week. I'm just going to reuse the same discount. But effectively, it is just this code that I'm going to drop into chat now. This is the code if you want to buy GMK Arch and get a 10% discount because you're watching the stream right now. That's the code that you want to put in. Streaming Party, all one word, capital S, capital P. Streaming Party. And you can buy Arch at a discount. Now, there isn't much of this left in stock, guys, so if you do want it, don't hang about, because if people get wind that this code's live, I suspect it will sell out completely. Or there's a good chance some of the kits will go. So if you do want them, like, I wouldn't hang about. But yeah, GMK Arch, which is actually what we're using here. GMK Arch, this lovely keycap set, Arch, there it is in all its glory on a cloud line. Now 10% off with the code Streaming Party. Have at it, guys. Have at it. I thought that'd be something fun to do every week. What do you think? Discount every week for people who are watching the stream? Does that sound fun? Does that sound fair? GMK actually sold out. What? Already? No, it doesn't. Are you checking the in-stock part? You're not checking the in-stock. You're checking the group buy one. You're checking the group buy one. That's the pre-order. That's not the in-stock one. Look, it's in stock. It's the in-stock one. Arch on the red QK75 for Ash. I think it'd work. I think that would work. You could always do a poll and do spin for it. Wait, what's spin? Let's see. Tell me what spin is. Tell me what spin is. Like, is that a game that I can play? Because I like to play games. Or maybe we could do it where we play marbles for it each week. We could do like a game of marbles and the winner gets to pick. The novelties have sold out. That sad. They were in stock when I put this code live, I think. So if it's gone, it's gone. Roulette wheel spin with options. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could do something like that. I think there's a couple of websites I could do that. But I think playing marbles for it and letting the winner pick what we put a discount on for that week. Based on Nordic UK purchase. Nice. Yeah, buy that Nordic UK kit. I don't want the Nordic UK kit left in stock afterwards. Otherwise, I'll be coming around. I'll be emailing everyone who bought like a base kit and saying, right, you must buy the Nordic UK kit now. I do have the Nordic UK kit here, actually. Look at all this goodness. Look at all this goodness. All of these lovely keys in the Nordic UK kit. Even with the Alt GRs. Look at that. Yeah, you all want to buy GMK Arch and buy the Nordic UK kit. You do, I promise you. 10% off the Nordic UK makes it sting a lot less. Yeah, they're at cost right now on the site, I think. I don't think we increase it from the group buy price. We don't usually, because we know that people don't want to pay for it, but they want the caps, so. Angry Alt. Alt GR. Grr. Yeah, Angry Alt. Cool. Right, okay, so that's that done. You guys can now go and buy GMK Arch with discount with Streaming Party code. And that code's going to be live each week. And you guys get to pick. There isn't many left in stock, actually. Let me check. I don't usually release stock numbers. But let's have a look. Products. Arch. GMK in stock. Yeah, there's not many. We're into double figures of the base kit left. Yeah, so like across all of the kits, there's less than 50 kits left across all of the different kits that are in stock right now. Spacebars and novelties are sold out, but the rest are there. I just need 5 of you to buy the Nordic UK kit. So just 5 people, please, just buy the Nordic UK kit. Thanks. I don't want them hanging around. Right. Okay. Cool. Let me just make sure this is right. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Big up the SPC. Yeah. Someone just put big up the SPC on their order. I like it. Thank you guys. Right. Okay. Cool. I need to stop looking at that now. Right. Okay. Where are we at? Yes. Build stream. No. Unboxings. Unboxings. I've got some stuff to show you that came in over the past couple of weeks. I do want to show you my Christmas presents as well, but that's going to be next stream, I think, because they're not all here at the workshop. But yeah, I got some cool stuff in. So the first thing you guys are going to like, if you're in the SPC, is this. I got a Parker pen, but it's pink. I really wanted a gold Parker pen. So this is 24 karat gold plated, and it's pink. And when I saw it was pink, I couldn't resist it. So I haven't inked this up yet. It's not wetted yet. It is still new and unused. Put your pink pen away. But yeah, I saw this on eBay and I couldn't not buy it. So there it is. It's going to replace my brass pen as my daily driver, I think, because I need something a little bit lighter. Yeah, but this was a present to myself. I didn't get this bought for me. This was a present to myself. So yeah, that's the first thing I wanted to show you. The second thing is I actually got these in quite a while ago, but I've not actually opened them yet and taken a look. But I did get in the new Mr. Sleeves kits from the one and only Mr. Teha Types, if I can get his name out. Now I haven't opened these yet, but I figured we would now and take a look, because I have the original sleeves already, so I haven't seen new sleeves. I don't actually know what this looks like. I bought them off of some lovely young person on MK UK, but my love of beige means that these are probably going to have plenty of stuff to go on. Oxy, thank you so much for the Happy New Year. Thoughts on Lamy pens? Do you know what? I quite like them. I'm a big fan of Parker's. I don't know why, but I am a big fan of Parker pens. Damn, she's fancy. Yeah, right? I just couldn't resist. Nice pink pen. Gotta love it. The reason I've got that out actually to show you is because then we can use the pen rail once we've built the board. So I figured like it was two birds with one stone. What's the stream link for Arch? There is no link. You just need to use the code STREAMINGPARTY, capital S, capital P, all one word, on the website, prototypist.net. It's down in the bottom corner. In fact, it's just here. Look. Ooh, just here with my fingers moving. Right there. Go on the website, search for GMK Arch, in stock products, not the group buy or the pre-order. In stock, code is Streaming Party, S and P are capitals, all one word, Streaming Party, and you can get 10% off. So there you go. Pocket Rocket, absolutely. Lottie, it's nice that you got the same pen. It's nice. We can be pen pals, right? Is that a thing still? Do people still have pen pals? I don't know. I don't know. Simba asking what the board is here. This is a Cloudline TKL. This one's not mine. This is a friend's. They're letting me use it for a couple of days after I built it last week. I got the other half a pink Karen d'Ache. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right. That sounds nice. I haven't seen them, but that sounds nice. Oxy, thank you for the Happy New Year, man. I appreciate that. Sleeves are cool, but they didn't include ISO enter in the colours, so it had to be a miss for me. Yeah, I get that. I do understand that. Oh, actually, that's not too bad. The blue's not too bad. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. What? And then the original sleeves is the original ones, right? Yeah, okay. So I do already have these, but I think the original set did have ISO in it. It's a little bit sad that this one doesn't. There we go. So, Mr. Sleeves ×2. Ready to go on when we use muted or something beige. So yeah, sounds good. Right, I have a lovely Blackout pen to shoot on the pen rail. Yeah, I do have a pen that I want to put on that later on. I might send it down with you with the board, Tim, when I send it to you. Love Parker pens, and I accidentally put one in industrial tumble dry. Oops. Gonna be boring and make some pasta with some pesto sauce. Nice. We had leftover pizza today. Does shipping to customers in the US annoy international vendors? I don't think so. Like, they don't know when I sell to the US because I can't like legally tell people that. So I think it's all right. We ship across the world anyway. Like 90% of our orders are to the UK, but the rest do ship worldwide. But yeah, just buy loads of stuff and then you've got one big package on your way. That's always nice. Neochrome pen rail because rainbow. Netsy, stop asking questions I don't want to answer yet. I don't want to say no, but I don't want to say yes. Let's put it that way. Muted accent kits did have ISO enters, but the sleeves accents didn't. Okay. I thought the original sleeves did, but I could be mistaken on that. Right, okay. So now we've done that, I do have one more thing to unbox and show you guys, which is GMK Ashes. So I'm actually going to pack and ship this after the stream today, but this came in just before Christmas and New Year's. So this is Tyson's version of Ashes with Ivy Works. I do have the key set on another board, but this is the new PBT version, and I haven't opened one of these yet, so I wanted to show you guys as I opened it. Now these will be in stock. Tyson's Ashes. These will be in stock in a week or so's time. These actually look pretty good. Lots of coverage. We've got the numpad and additional F rows and stuff like that there. Got our main keys here. The legends on these are pretty good. Look, they're pretty neat.
Tasty.
What is Dysub PBT? Poncho, thank you so much for the subscription. Happy New Year to you as well. They look pretty good. They look pretty neat. For Dysub caps, they look pretty good. Oops. Well, maybe don't tip them upside down, guys. And then, of course, we have the novelties. Let's have a look at these. Do you know what? These are actually pretty damn good. I'm pretty impressed by how these have come out. Look at this. Dysub, come on, please. Dysubbed PBT, GMK Ashes. Yes, I know, I need to cut my fingernails, don't tell me. They look pretty good. They're pretty neat, pretty nice. The text is good as well. The legends are all pretty central, but there's very little blurriness on these. If you look, it's pretty clear. It's almost as good as like the NK PBT. It could be my stream setup. I think these are quite grayer than blue. They're looking a little bit more blue. Like how they look here, that's probably better. Like the camera's calibrated for the colour to be correct here on the desk, not when I hold things up close because you're getting out of the lights here. So you'll see that it's different as we get closer and further away. So it's in the shadow here, so yeah, that's probably a bit more accurate. Almost as good as mine. Do you know what? I'm pretty happy with these. These are pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Oh, the ISO enters. Look at these. I like the one with the sword on. That's pretty cool. And that's reverse Dysub as well. So this is a grey cap with the dark grey Dysub, but there's no fading on the sides. That's pretty good. There's no fading on there. Normally what happens is when you do 5-sided Dysub, you actually end up getting a bit of fading on the sides, but that's not present on this. It doesn't look like it's present on any of the dark caps, actually. Again, this is a light grey cap that's been Dysub dark grey. There's no fading on there. That's pretty good. Again, dark keycap, well, light keycap with dark dye sublimation. And again, no fading. That's pretty good. Pretty impressive how they managed to get that so consistent. So yes, that's cool. These are going to be in stock very, very soon, so watch out for those going in stock. The group buy is going to ship on the 3rd, and then I think Friday we'll get the extras there in stock as well. So definitely keep an eye out for that if you're interested in Ashes. I'm just going to put this to one side. Okay. Right, let's quickly catch up with the chat before we do the build. Does anyone know to buy the QK65 mirror restock, by the way? I think the group buy is starting soonish. Yeah, we're not doing a group buy, we're just going to order them and have them in stock. So I'm sick of doing things as group buys and pre-orders and stuff like that when we can just do it in stock. So for the QK65, I've already put my order in. I've got the invoice, it'll be paid on Tuesday for the mirror, and we're just going to put them in stock when we get them. Like, we're just going to have them in stock. We're not going to do a pre-order for them. Like, there's just no point. There just isn't. Like, there's so limited number of them available from QWERTY keys that there's no point in doing a group buy. We're just going to put an order in and then have them. So don't worry, we'll have them, and you can buy them from PT. Polish Frida, thank you again for the sub. I appreciate that. Is there any chance that there are more wasabi death mats left over from the group buy, even though the death mats on the website are all gone? I think so. I think there's a few, not many, but I think there's some. Split bars in the base kit too. Yep, knobs as well. Are you going to stock Ivy's Kanketsu set whenever they run it too? Yeah, I'd love to. If I'm not sure if his name's public actually, but if the guys at Ivy Works want to do that, I would love to work with them again. Those keys are really, really good. I'm really happy with them. Super happy with how they came out. Have I seen the new Cream Plus switches? Yeah, I've already asked if we can stock them. I haven't had an answer yet because it's a new year, but I've already asked if we can stock them. So don't worry on that one. If we can get them, I'll get them in for you guys. Can we make it a running meme that Bone Zone never gets used? It's not getting used today, sorry, but it can be. Cream has seen like there's some cursed timeline, but I'm interested. I think they're going to be quite good to use. Like, I've seen Thurman Goat's review of them. I've only partially read through it, but it seems like he's quite positive about them. So I'm interested to try them, and I want to stock them because I think they're cool. Are we the chosen undead? Yes. QK65 in stock. Yep, that's what we're doing. We're going to get them in stock. I've already ordered them. Custom car specking update. Oh, Netsy, don't talk to me about cars. You know they're my favourite things. Are the QK65s you're getting in ANSI or ISO? Both. We will have both available. I think we've gone for about 50% of each, so we'll have both available. Posture check. Yeah, thank you. I'm sat on a stool, so I'm not in a chair at the minute. Where's that gone? Who did the posture check? Tinkertron. Yeah, I'm sat on a stool at the minute, not a chair. So my chair is over there in the corner. I have a new gas strut that I need to put into it to make it so I can be sat high enough up, because this table's a little bit too high. So I'm sat on a stool at the minute, but I'm all right. Need some new switches, to be fair. Would you ever do a mystery switch option? Yeah, we've done mystery switches in the past. They've always sold out really quickly. We're probably going to do it again, but I think it's going to be about back into February, early March time before we can get something sorted for it. It's just going to take us a couple of 100 hours to get the switches out and sort them out, so it will happen. Don't fall off the high stool. I mean, I can touch the floor with my feet, and I do have a footrest, so I'm not going anywhere. It's just a little bit higher than I'd like, so I do want to get one for the chair, and then I can have the chair and the footrest. In fact, I do have the gas strut. It's literally, look, I'll show you the gas strut.
Tasty, tasty.
It's literally here. I just need to install it. So that will get installed this week. And then the stool will go back where it's supposed to be, which is by the laser in the workshop itself. You want another pink and a green if there's any left? I think there will be some left. Thank you for the stretch, yes. There we go. Nice stretch. Could we cordially ask you join our writing process of the Bone Zone hate? Kind of guns, Rob. Sorry, Rob. Haribo Egg, thank you so much for the 4 months of subs. I appreciate it. The stool spin on the Insta story was weird. The lovely keyboard would fly off. Yeah, I made that as a joke to send to Tim. Like, Tim and I were talking about how we were going to do a photo shoot for the J-02 Blackout edition after it got built. And I said, "Oh look, I'm a professional photographer," and I sent him this like little 3-second loop of the stool spinning around. It was just like a joke, and then today, like, I just couldn't resist putting it on Instagram. But I filmed that probably about 5 weeks ago now. So yeah. But yeah, it didn't fall off. It didn't fall off. Right, let's crack on with the build, and I'll show you guys what we've got. Okay, so stabilizers. Alpaca V2 stabilizers. This is what we're going to use today. I do have a 7U spacebar kit, don't worry as well. So those are the stabilizers we're going to use today. Switches. Gateron inks. These are the V2s, but they're good ones. These have been lubed with Krytox 205 grade 2, and they feel pretty nice. There's about 100 in there. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. We have a JST cable stolen from another keyboard because I didn't have one. We have a PCB. Now, I want to talk to you about this because this PCB was the original PCB for the first ever J-02s that Canon Keys did. I want to be honest, this is not the PCB we're going to use. We are going to use one that Josh has designed that we've done in-house for the J-02 specifically, and then it's going to be used for other boards as well. So this is the DB60 from Canon Keys. This is just a placeholder. Now, we do have these PCBs that we're doing ourselves coming in, and I just want to say they're not going to be black. They won't be black like this one. They won't be black. Now, I don't know if you can guess what color we're going to do the PCBs in, but I can just tell you that they won't be black. So that's the PCB we're going to use today. You quit your job after that video was sent? Thanks, man. You can only wish to reach that greatness. Dude, it's amazing, right? For those not in the know, what was the design inspiration for the J-02? Vintage boards. So this is one of the original J-02s. This is actually one of the first prototypes from Canon Keys. And I got this one out to show you because I wanted to show you how things have changed. This one doesn't actually work. There's no PCB in it. It's just put together with plate and stabilizers, I think. I don't think there's a PCB in it anyway. If there is, it doesn't work. I need to take it apart and check. But I've got this because I'm stealing the keycaps off it today. And there was a few things I wanted to do. One, well, I wanted to keep this kind of look and feel. But you can see here we made some design decisions in the past that I don't really agree with anymore. This part here is thinner than this part. And this part, these two parts are equal. This bottom part's thinner. Don't like that. I don't know if that's visually easy to see. It was just a design choice at the time. and I'm kind of regret that we did that, so we've moved away from it. Logo on the base, excuse the fingerprints. We used to have the logo on the base. Again, didn't agree with it, don't like that. I don't know why we did it. And it's the old logo as well, we've changed the logo now, so that's new. Feet, we used to use little rubber bump-ons. Again, don't like them, so that's changed. Finally, screws. I don't like seeing the screws on the bottom of the keyboard. I just don't like that. So we've changed that as well. Whoops, I didn't mean to drop that. I didn't realize that wasn't screwed in. Again, USB port, we've changed this slightly as well. It doesn't sit in this position anymore, it's slightly different. And this bit looked a bit boring in the past. It's just a bit boring, right? So we fixed that as well. The other thing we've done as well is the pen rail used to go all the way through, as you can see, right the way through to the brass mid. That presents some challenges with the way we've changed the mounting. So we fixed that as well. Clip it, release the pen rail. Yeah, this is a really old prototype, and it doesn't work, so it's fine. I didn't realize it wasn't screwed in. So we fixed that as well. And the reason we've changed that is I didn't want it going all the way through because it makes it really difficult to put in and replace based on the new mounting system. So yeah. So that's some of the things I didn't like. Now I am going to steal the keycaps off this one. So I'm going to take these off now. And basically I need the keycaps because, in fact no, I'll take the keycaps off when we put them on the other board. I'll just take them off one by one and put them on. So that's the old board. And this is the new. So this is the Blackout edition. We are going to go inks on a CF plate because that's the best way to build these boards. So now we have these equal. As you can see, these are now equal. We've changed the base. There's no logo on the base anymore because it's a part that never gets seen. We've updated the feet. These are the new PT feet that I designed for prototypists. Injection molded, customer feet. We've got a revision of these as well coming. No screws externally. Not a single screw anywhere visible from the external parts of the board, including in between here. There's no screws are visible at all. E-coat anodization, just to give that really cool contrast when it's in the light. Logo has moved. Logo is now here. J-02, if I can get that in focus. There you go. With the new J logo, the O2 on the rear. Lower down USB port, it's a little bit lower now. Shows up fingerprints. I mean, it's black, what do you expect? It's also really cold. You'll also notice that there's a groove here. None of you have asked what the groove's for. Not one of you has asked is what the groove's for. At least, I've not seen it. Midnight Rainbow Round 2 went. Soon, we're working on it. I want to do it in Domi key. I hope Midnight Rainbow doesn't get lost in the post on the way back to you. Maybe we'll have to make a deal that you get the Domi key version as part of your payment. So yeah. Go down, it's clean. Definitely going to be ordering extra of the feet. The split texture is less, right? So we actually have these polished to different grades to get this different finish. So these are completely separate grades of polishing to get that finish and to get that variation in tone, which looks really good. Fan of the new logo position? Yeah, there's a notch on the back that none of you asked about though. Changes really add that extra detail. Magnetic. Someone knows me because someone knows what I like. I've got something stuck on my desk here that's just grinding underneath my mouse. Let's see if we can get rid of that. Wait, it's still there. Is it on my mouse? Okay, that's better. Don't stick your dong in that groove. Absolutely sweet. Magnetic top. The top is magnetic. So let me show you how this works. It's really hard because the blackout just absorbs the light. Like, it's so black this that it just absorbs the light. Like, look, that's literally how it looks in real life. Like, it just absorbs the light. I have to hold it so the light shines on it directly so you can see it. ISO only plate too. We do have ANSI only plates as well. Let me show you. So you can do this ISO or ANSI. So don't worry. ANSI users ANSI users rejoice. We do have ANSI plates as well. Variation tool looks great. Toolless assembly. Yes, so from factory you won't need to use any tools, but if you want to modify it, you can use tools. Okay, so let me show you what the notch is all about. The notch is for one reason. You put your thumb on the pen rail and you take the top off. Here you can see that we've changed things around a little bit. Now, there are some changes going on to this. One of the things we've noticed from this prototype is that the magnets that hold the top on are going to have some additional ones here and here, and we're just going to have a little alignment bracket in the middle as well. So that is going to change, but it's only very slight variation changes. This is basically what you're going to get. Now let's show you the top case first, because this is the part I'm really happy with. So the pen rail no longer goes all the way through. It is just held in by 2 screws. And that means that it's really quick and easy to change the pen rail out if you want to. Really quick and easy to change the pen rail out. 2 screws, 1, 2, pen rail drops out. And you might guess that's because we want to offer different pen rails in the future. You'd be right, we do want to offer different pen rails in the future. And we kind of want to have them as a rolling stock as well. So there we go. So that's how that's going to work. That's how the top's going to work. Top's going to come in wing key or wing keyless. So you're only basically going to have 2 options here, with the blockers or without the blockers. That's all we're going to do. And you'll notice on the other side as well, we do have all the grooves cut in here, right, ready for the gasket to allow it compression and everything else as well. So there we go. So that's the top case. Again, magnets in the 4 corners. There'll be 2 more magnets here in the alignment that matches up with the base. Sorry, the mid piece as well. That's the top. Now I want to talk about mounting. So the mounting on this is very similar to previous J-02s. As you can see, we've got the gasket going all the way around, but it's very different as well, because now you can take your build, and if you've got 2 different builds soldered in that you want to use on the board, it's as easy as just doing that. So literally, to change out the build on the board, you can go, okay, so I have a build in the keyboard right now. Let's get these out of the way for a second. You can go, I have a build in the keyboard right now. I'm using it with this layout, with these keycaps, whatever. I want to change that today. I've got another plate in PCB assembly. And you literally just go, well, there's the top off. There's the build out. You take out the USB cable, sorry, the JST cable. You put your new build across, you put the JST cable in. You just literally just drop the plate in PCB assembly into place. It just sits down like that. Top case goes on, and boom, you're done. Back to fully aligned, fully integrated, no gaps, all nice and smooth. That's how quick it is to change it. So I'm just going to rest these under here just so you can see the board a little bit better as I work on it. So that's one of the other big changes we've done. And the way we've managed that is by using a custom injection molded gasket that sits around the plate. This literally just stretches on, almost like a gummy O-ring would stretch around the PCB and plate, but it just sits on the plate itself. Now, this is injection molded fully, and as you can see, we actually have alignments with the relevant screws that hold the mid case together. So there are some screws in this board, and this is to hold the mid case to the bottom case. But we use that as an exclusive opportunity to use them as alignment nubbins for our integrated gasket. This is one piece, it's custom injection molded. No other keyboard uses as far as I'm aware. There's a groove that runs all the way around the inside. And you just literally just take your PCB and plate assembly and you just literally clip it on and go around the edge, just push it in. It's as simple as that. And I'll show you guys exactly how that works when we finish the build off in a short while. Just push it all the way around the edge of the plate. And that's it. Now we've already had the gaskets made. We had to have these made in advance. So the layout's not going to change. That's already done. That's already set in stone now. And the way the gasket works is already set in stone. We can't change it anymore. But we have made some slight additional tweaks to the case. That's it. Gasket's assembled. And then it all sits back nice and neatly. So much easier to build than the previous J-series boards. So much neater, so much nicer. He says, as this one's not quite aligning. Ah, that's why. There we go. And that's it. That's how you change the PCB and plate assembly. You saucy genius. Thanks, man. This is a team effort. It's Prototypist team effort. Will gaskets work with prior J-02s? Sorry, they won't. I'm afraid no. The screw positions are all different. The whole board's been redesigned from the ground up, so it's nowhere near the same as the original J-02, so all of the dimensions are slightly different. There is some more changes inside as well. Whilst we've been redesigning the board from the ground up, the actual shape here where the gasket sits, this is all new and different. The shape and depth of the acoustic cavity in the middle is all different. The way in which the JST daughterboard sits and fits is all different. There's nothing remaining of the original keyboard. We started completely from the ground up to make this. So yeah, so it's completely different. Is it really a Pritt stick if you don't? It's really a JCs if you don't need to use Pritt stick to hold the gaskets in place while building. This is why we've done it. We want to make it super easy. Like this one, I want this to be the easiest thing to build in the world. If you have a really tight keycap on a switch, is it possible to accidentally lift the front of the case off when trying to pull the keycap off? I mean, it is possible, yeah, but like I would recommend that if you're going to change keycaps, because it's so easy to change the build, just take the build out and change the keycaps and put it back in. Like we can't make it so it's impossible to lift the top case off. The whole point is that it is accessible and easy to do. So I think if you're changing keycaps for the sake of literally, what, 15 to 20 seconds, I just like, I mean, like let's see how long it takes, right? So board's built. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. Even if it's someone who's not used to this, like 30 seconds to take the build out to change the keycaps. I don't think that's too much to ask, and it just makes things a little bit easier as well. So there we go. But we just wanted to make the whole process super nice, super easy on people, dead easy to do, dead easy to build, and I think we've accomplished that. Not calling hot swap, not a criticism of the build. It's not hot swap. We're not doing hot swap. How's Jay today? I'm good, Connor Builds. Thank you very much for being here. So this is now a 30-minute build. It shouldn't take long. It should not take long at all. If we come and do packing at the warehouse for a few weeks, can we earn one? You'd need to do quite a lot of packing in the warehouse, but maybe. What's the typing feel like? Still firm. So we've actually changed the rubber that we use this. So this is a 50A durometer silicone that we've had these custom made in. We've had them made in black purely because of Blackout edition. We might do different colored gaskets later on and different thicknesses and weights. Sorry, like durometers. It's actually quite soft. It feels very similar to typing on like an O-ring type mount, but not quite as soft as that. It's closer to that than the original J series. Like it's a little bit softer than the original J series. It's not quite as firm as they were, and that's purely because we've changed from using a really hard silicone that was 78 durometer to this, which is 50. So yeah, but there we go. So yeah, so we thought through everything, and we just went back to the drawing board, and this is all basically what the original one should have been, but we didn't know where we could manufacture things like this gasket in the past, and how we could get 3D manufactured injection molded parts and all of that. So it's all been a learning process, and we're now in a position to be able to do it and offer it. So yeah, it's good. Right, with that said, let's get the build underway. Let's get this whole board put together, and then show you guys, once we've got build up, how easy it is to take apart and put them together. So there we go. Those magnets be overly strong, then just right or too weak. I guess how much going to figure the right magnets. Quite a lot Oog took. So we've actually had 3 different versions of this now. The third version's just about to ship to us, and we've changed the magnets on each one because we wanted to tweak it and make sure it's just right. You're gonna have to buy 5 plates and PCBs. The idea is you can switch this out. This can be every board you want. We're gonna do the J-01 in the same style in terms of how it fits together and how it all clips in and everything else. The idea is that you can have the boards be whatever build you want it to be. Clicky, tactile, linear. You can have a build for each and just swap them out within 10 or 15 seconds each time. That's the idea. If I could make the JSTs faster to switch, I would. Like, if I could think of a way of doing that nicely, I would. These changes solve the problem of the USB cable socket on the PCB hitting the bottom case. Yeah, that was only ever a case on the J-01 Rev 1. It didn't happen on this board previously. So yeah. Now we can collect and trade quick switch tops. Absolutely. Patina pen rails, 100%. Yeah, we want to do something like that. I've actually got pecs and PCs coming up in the new year to take a look at some of the stuff that I want to do with the pen rails. I'll have more news on that side of stuff in the new year. Are the magnets replaceable in case of failure? The magnets can't fail. They're neodymium magnets. They've got a life of about 40 years, shelf life for about 40 years. So the magnets aren't going to fail, but they are compression fit and they epoxied in, so they aren't going to come out. Quality of life improvements are really innovative. Thanks. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to work through all of the different, like people saying this was black last week. Look at the difference. Like this is clearly not black. But yeah, quality of life improvements is what this was all about. How can we make it better and easier to build? So bear in mind that these are not going to be black. They're going to be a completely different color, which I can't tell you on stream right now. The PCBs are going to be completely different, and Josh has actually just seen the latest production pictures of them today. They're going to be here very soon, but I can't tell you what color they're going to be. But they won't be black, and they're not the Canon Keys ones. I'm just using that just because it's lying around. Case is thick. It's in its own weight. Yeah, so it's not as heavy as the original J-02s, and I think that's a positive. These are slightly lighter. Now we are going to do different mid pieces and pen rails, as I've said, and more news on that later, which will add more weight depending on if you want to do different options. But if you want to see, imagine the J01 that we're going to do, it's going to follow this format. So instead of being like the old J01, where we lost the mid piece and it was like it was screwless in the fact that the screws were underneath and not on the sides, it's going to be more like this, where the screws are all internal. We're already in the new year, Jay. Yeah, sorry, JQ. I know we are. Sorry, it's the first or second. It's like I'll get used to it. Winky and Winkyless, yes. J01 is exploded 65. Yes, with XT columns. Yeah, they're not gonna be black at the PCBs. They're gonna be a different color, but I can't say what color that's gonna be. Fondo has done work on a JST connector that uses pogo pins. If you reach out, maybe a future board can feature it. I'd definitely like to take a look at that. I'd like to take a look at that. Time is ringing out to get GMK Arch for 10% off at PT using the code Streaming Party. Thanks, Robot. I appreciate that, man. Thanks. Oh, Gondo. You meant Gondo. Yeah, okay. I'll have a chat with Gondo. I know Gondo quite well. Any plans for a 40% or ortho version? Yeah, we do have the J04, which is a 40% layout, which is also wing-keyless only. That we might bring that back from the dead at some point soon. Is this the first keyboard I've built all year? Yes, it is. It's the first keyboard I've built all year long. Right, let's get this put together anyway. Right, so we need... This is going to be the ISO version, which is what I'm going to send to Tim, because we're ISO users here. But I will also send Tim the ANSI layout as well. The first thing we're going to need is a 7U spacebar. So everything we need for a 7U spacebar is here. Just there. N360, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that, my man. Then... we're going to need one for the backspace. So let's put the parts together for this. Screws. Let me just put the screws back in this bag. Okay, we're going to put all the screws in there. I'll just pop them in the case. Pogo pins are great, but they can get stuck in. Yeah. Like, if there was a better way of doing it, I would love to do it. Maybe some sort of magnetic connection would be quite good. Right, okay. Then we need one for backspace because we're going to use full backspace. We need one for ISO enter because we're going to use ISO enter. And that's it, because we're going to do split left shift and split right shift. So that's all of the stabilizers we need. A nice simple build today. Thank you so much, Barton, for the 10 gift subs. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you so much, man. Please tell me this is not starting again, because last week was nuts with the gift subs. Okay. So before we go any further, let's install these. SPC groweth. Yes, the SPC is growing. If you are a sub and you want to know what the SPC is, you need to join the Discord server and make sure your Twitch and Discord accounts are linked in your settings. Homie's playing 6D chess over here. Okay, I can't get this off. Why can't I get this off? Come on. Okay, I think I've just ruined this one. It'll be alright. let's put this on backspace. I'm just going to lay this on the PCB. As I say, this PCB is just one I had lying around from previous J-02 builds, which is why we're using it. I was actually slightly worried that this wouldn't fit in the case because we've changed the case so much, but it does fit, so we are okay on that front.
Tasty, tasty.
Tasty, tasty. Thank you so much, Tink, for the subscription, man. I appreciate that. SPC emote on Twitch when I think Tim's sorting that out. Do you need to go all the way to the top of the SPC chat? No. Yeah, we're organizing hoodies and mice for the SPC. Oh man, I've ripped off. So I've actually just ripped off part of the soften, like these are like 2 layers on these little gasket strips, and I've ripped off part of it. I'm so terrible.
Tasty, tasty.
Tasty, tasty. Thank you so much, Zunette. Thank you so much. 6 months already. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so this is going to be for ISO enter. There we go. You haven't bought a car since last year. Any plans soon? Do you know what? Funnily enough, my wife actually made that joke to me today. I was making the joke about how she'd not cooked for me all year and all this, and she was like, "Yeah, you've not bought a car yet this year. Well done." I have no plans to buy a car right now. I have too many. I do need to sell a couple though. If anyone would like to buy a 1969 GMC K1500 pickup truck or a 1974 Datsun 620 pickup truck, please reach out because I need to sell 2 cars. You really want one of the mice? Yeah, the mice are cool. I can't wait to get the SPC mice off the ground. Okay, and then we're going to go with the 7U spacebar option, which, if I remember rightly, it should be that one. And that one. Let's just check that with the wire. Oh, it's not. Let's hope this isn't stuck down too well. There we go. It's not quite gone off yet, hasn't the adhesive, so we can change that one luckily. There we go. Now we're good. There we go. Okay, great. So that's those installed. Now it's time to get the housings assembled and lubricated. Wing keyless and wing key options. Yes, we're going to do both. The other big secret we do have that's not really a secret is that there will be an SPC edition of the J-02 available at the same time, and we're going to run this probably late January, early February. I don't have a date yet. I need to get some final quotes back, but late January, early February, and we're going to do it as a pre-order because I'm going to get the order submitted to manufacturer and paid in the next week or so, and we're going to get the board started production, and they're going to be in production before we actually sell the slots to them. So SPC, there will be an SPC edition. If you are an SPC member, you do get a guaranteed slot if you want it. Don't have to buy if you don't want, but you do get a guaranteed slot. And then we're going to have, I think, 50 slots available for public for the J-02 only. We're not going to do a huge amount. I do not want a PT Cruiser. Metatron, I've already asked if we can get the new NK Cream Plus switches. I've asked. I haven't had a response yet, but it is New Year, so I'm not expecting to get a response until next week. HHKB J-02 Blackout? No. Less than 8% of the original J-02 sold in HHKB format, so I'm not doing it. Just people don't want that anymore. Kenmiri? Yeah, I do want a Kenmiri. Maybe at some point. That is one of the things we do have planned to purchase. Or I have planned to purchase. When can we see SPC J-02? The parts have just finished manufacturing now, and I'm hoping that we'll get those parts soon. But of course there will be renders of it when we actually do sell it. We might not have a fully finished prototype of that. It might just be parts to show off the colours, rather than a full keyboard by the time we go into production. So I'm just going to lube up these stabilizers now. I'm going to start with the space bar. Again, remember guys, it's always easy to add more lube later on than it is to remove lube, so if you're putting too much on, just bear that in mind and make sure you've only got a nice even amount. Like we've got way too much on here, so I'm just going to actually take some off. There we go. That's a much better amount. I'm going to pop that into the housing. These are Alpaca V2 stabilizers. Super limited run. It's not hugely limited. I think the keyboard market's changed. I don't think we're in a position where most boards are going to sell like thousands and thousands of units anymore. But I'm not doing this for the love of like, sorry, I'm not doing this for like making massive amounts of profit or anything like that. Like it's because I want the J series to still be out there, and that was what made me start PT, to be honest, was the J series. So like, I wanted to further those, and that's where the idea for PT came from originally. Okay, that's that one semi-done. Yeah, I'm super excited for the new J-02. As I say, we've pretty much approved all of the production stuff now. We just need the final 2 parts to come in, which will be in the SPC colorway, but like it'll give us enough to sign everything off and start production running. The PCBs, as I say, they're not black. They're a different color. I can't tell you what color they are yet, though. But they've also just finished manufacturing and should be with us very, very soon. A Sten Stout Datsun Vanette. That sounds quite cool. SPC members are guaranteed it, but there's only going to be 50 public slots. Like, I don't think more than 50 members of the SPC will actually buy one, so I think we'll be fine on it, don't worry. The final thing I do want to say on the J-02 is we do want to do like limited edition runs to match certain key sets that are coming up soon. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to produce some that are raw, not sell them raw, but then have them Cerakoted to match certain key sets, and then sell them alongside the key sets in stock. But that's going to be 6 to 12 months out before we start offering those, I think. But it's absolutely something we want to look at. Honda Acti as a warehouse workhorse? No, my Subaru does enough for now. I am looking at a new car anyway this year to replace the Subaru. I've got a hankering for a fast estate car. I mean, the Subaru is pretty damn quick, but I want something like an RS6 or an RS4 or a van or something like that. Whether I actually will get one or not is a completely different story, but it's kind of what I'd like to do. Yes, surprisingly moving away from the Euro side of things. Sorry, from the JDM side of things. But yeah, like a fast estate car is what I want for the workshop car. Of course, we've already got the pickup truck. So we've got 3 pickup trucks actually. But we've only got one that I can use for the business because it's the only one that's got commercial insurance on it. Okay, we're just filling up the rear of the stabilizer housing with some lube here, and gently brushing the slider rails just to make sure there's a nice coating of lube on there. Again, we're not trying to gum up these stabilizers, we're just trying to make them nice, so we're not putting too much lube on. What even is SPC? Hey, if you're a sub, then and you link your Discord account to your Twitch account, and you go to our Discord server, all will become clear what the SPC is. But you do have to be a sub to be able to see it, let's put it that way. An early RS2? No, I don't think I want an RS2. Volvo 850? I don't want a Volvo. Like, I just don't. I don't want like a 90s car either. I want something a little bit newer. Like if we do look at an RS6, we're probably going to be looking at like a 2018 model, that sort of thing, but no guarantees. Oh wow, keyboard's wrong. Nbrop, it's wrong. I haven't updated that in a little while actually. I forgot that was even a command. I'm actually using my Cloudline build. Well, it's not mine, it's a friend's, but I'm using a Cloudline at the minute. Okay, that's our stabilizers all lubed up. Valerius, thank you so much for the 5 tier 1 gift subs. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. I can see the sub channel, but I'm so confused. The title's there in the sub channel. No, this is a cloud line, not a ripple. Volvo's lovely. Yeah. There's a guy with a Nardi Grey RS4 Quattro van over the road for me, and holy shit, that thing is wild. 2018 model, I think, looked the best, to be honest. Yeah, yeah, 2018. What's the size of the magnets used? I've heard that the bigger magnets used in the new Jane ME cracks easily. We're not using the same magnets, I can guarantee it, so we don't have any worries on that side. Please don't worry about magnets cracking. Okay, so we're just going to install these stabilizers now into the board. And then we're going to take our screws and our washers. What about C63 AMG Estate? Maybe. I don't dislike them, but there are other things I prefer. So we'll see. I'll put these the wrong way around, look. Thank you, Zanette. I really appreciate that. I hope you have a good night, whatever you're up to. But yeah, we're going to try and make it as affordable as possible. How's it going, Shane? Hey man, thanks very much for being here, Ankit. Good to see you. It's going well. We're just building the new J-02 Blackout Edition prototype. Golf R Estate. Yeah, I don't want a Golf. I'm not really a VW fan for modern cars. I would love an original Amazon Estate though. That's something that I do want one day. Volvo Amazon Estate. I would do naughty things for one of those, but tricked out, air ride, new suspension, obviously because of the air ride, engine swap, probably an RB or something like that because I like the engines. But yeah, an old Volvo Amazon, that's absolutely something I'd want one day. I've talked to Crispies about it quite a few times. Nothing wrong with the Fiesta, but I wouldn't want one. Not that I don't like them, I'm more of a JDM kind of guy usually. There are not plans for a J01 and J03 SPC versions so far. We've still not finished the prototyping runs of those, so that's a long way off yet. We'll decide them later on. Okay, and then we need the ISO enter, which we're going to do now. Oops. Your Fiesta's pretty cool though, Tim. I do like your Fiesta, but it's not a car for me. Like, I'm very much a JDM kind of guy. My Subaru's pretty cool though, I think. Or I like to think it is. Like, you might disagree, but I like to think my Subaru's pretty cool. Lodestone's waiting on Flex. If Flex wants to reach out and talk about doing Lodestone again, I'd love to. If he doesn't, then it won't happen. I'll message him in the next week or two and see how he's doing. It's fast, not cool. Ah, oh, dude, it's fast and cool as my Subaru. Oh. 280 brake horse and an estate wagon from 2005. What's not to love? Right, stabilizers are installed. It's time to get the plate over and get our switches installed. And then we can get to soldering. Oh, my wagon's cool. Thanks. Like, you need to tell me that. Hellspawn, thank you so much for the follow, man. I really appreciate that. So what we're going to do now is just pop the switches into the plate and then into the PCB. Oh, let's put these away first, actually. An old neighbour had a Mark 1 Toyota MR2. They're cool. I do like the old Toyota MR2s. I'm not really a Toyota fan. There is actually a really nice Toyota Crown Estate on eBay at the minute. I would like that thing actually. It's like 15 grand, but it's like pretty cool. Adam, see you later, man. Thanks for being here. I think my Subaru is a little bit of a sleeper. People just don't expect it to be what it is, or to have like the power it has, because it is properly quick. It's really cool. I do thoroughly enjoy throwing it around some of the country roads up here. One of the other things I actually want to add to the I do want to add to the garage after we get a Kenmiri Skyline in is a Nissan President, but I want the late 70s one. There's a couple in the UK that I'm aware of, that I know of, that I would absolutely buy if I had the chance. Okay, so we're just going to pop the switches in here. Just working our way through slowly. We're going to go step caps lock. Now, there is a slight issue going step caps lock. The board I'm stealing keycaps off doesn't use stepped caps lock. It uses full caps lock. So I am going to have to go and find the rest of the board at some point. The rest of the keycaps at some point. But we'll figure that out when we get to it. Remember, we're going wing keyless here. So we don't want to put a switch in the wing keyless position. But we do want one in the spacebar position. I've never been a fan of donut media, if I'm honest. I just find their videos a little bit too much. I do like Mighty Car Mozzo, MCM, they're pretty cool. CF plates are the best, in my opinion. It's my favourite plate material. If you use TX stamps, this would be a totally screwless build. I mean, there is screws in the case. You just don't need to ever touch them if you don't want to. You only need to touch the screws in the case if you want to remove the mid-piece. Or if you need to change the door board, actually, because the door board does sit recessed underneath part of the case. MCM have literally my taste in cars as well. Like, everything they build is something like, I really like that. I could see myself in that. Yeah, I've not really watched much of the Hoonigan stuff, if I'm honest, but I should watch some of it, really. Hey kids, KitKat X, thanks so much for being here. I hope you had a good New Year too. Apologies I couldn't get your username out properly then. 1200 brake horsepower Civic, that's too much in my opinion. Like, you can't use all that power, you just can't get it down. You can't. It's not usable. Oops, pulling the gasket off slightly there. Okay, almost there now with the switches. I'm going to steal the keycaps for the bottom row just to make sure we get everything in the right place. I think about 500 horsepower is what you want for most usable cars. Like, anything more than that and it just becomes leery and unusable. Okay, let's steal the keycaps off this other board for the bottom row. And just make sure that we're getting everything in the correct position that way. steal the rest of the keycaps shortly. Okay. And what we can do here is we can just take the top case and we can just lay it on just to check that everything's going to be right space-wise. We might be slightly off, but we can check. That seems to be catching there. There we go. And all we're doing here is just making sure we're putting everything in the right spot. And I didn't even get that in the right spot. All we do is literally just making sure that the keycaps work with the top case in position. And it's a little bit of a cheat code to make sure everything is aligned correctly. There we go. So we now know that's going to work. And we can gently take these keycaps off. And make sure that we get the switches back in the correct places. Oh wait, that was there, I think. Hold on, I just had to take that out. Right, so. This is more just me being inept than anything. Okay, there we go. There we go. And there we go. Okay, cool. So, now we know where everything needs to go. It's time to start soldering. Yeah, which is something we're doing for the PCBs that we're going to use. We're not going to be using the DB60 going forwards. We're going to be using our own in-house PCBs, and I'm pretty sure that we do have that on the back of them. If not, it's something we can definitely add before we go into production. Right, okay, so now it's time to do some soldering, which means, guys, you can ask me anything that you would like whilst I'm soldering. So I'm going to solder this keyboard together, and you can kind of watch my soldering up close a little bit. Wait a second, why is the camera gone all whiffed? There we go. I'm going to work my way through this board, and you guys can ask me anything at all that you would like whilst I'm going through the soldering. It can be about any topic at all, keyboard related or otherwise. All you need to do is just tag me with @JPrototypist. I'll look out for your questions, and whatever you want to ask, you can ask. Simple as that. Have we got switch positions, Josh, on the back of the PCB? Like what key each is for? I thought we had that. Okay, so we're just going to go through, solder in gently here. Right, first question comes from Quagger. He says, Jay, would you still love us if you were a worm? Oh, if we were a worm. What sort of worm? Depends on the type of worm. If you mean worm as in like the old word for dragon, like a WYRM, like what the Loch Ness Monster is believed to be, then yeah, sure. If you mean like earthworms, absolutely, because earthworms do a lot for the environment. If you mean worm as in like a negative person who worms their way into certain situations, no. That's the type of worm I don't like. Punching keyboard to make it fit together? I didn't punch anything. What did I punch? Everything fits together nice and easily these days. We've fixed all of the problems that previous builds had. Okay. Percussive maintenance, yes. Can you laser the SPC logo to the SPC version? Yeah, so we are going to do that on the inside. On the inside of the tray there, it's going to have, for the SPC version of the J-02, we are going to put like a little something, but you won't know what that is until you guys get them. That's going to be secret until we ship them out. Thoughts on the keyboard hobby over the previous 12 months and what you hope happens in the next 12? I've actually started to write a blog post for January about this, which is basically my thoughts for 2022 and moving forwards into 2023. The broad strokes of it are that I think 2022 was a really big year for keyboards, massive for the hobby in general, and I think 2023 is going to be much of the same. I think there's going to be a lot of things change in 2023. I think 2022 became the year of having things in stock, and that's just only going to continue in 2023. The real issue there is, I think we're going to have a bit of a shake-up with vendors. Some vendors are not going to make it through the next 12 months. Some vendors will, purely based on stock that they have that they can and can't sell, based on success and failure of group buys and availability of capital. I think that's going to be the big shake-up for 2023 as we move into more of a recession around the world. But yeah, I'll have a blog post on it very soon, so you guys will be able to see that. Thank you so much, Quagri, for the gift subs to Kaz. Thank you so much. Will you be doing more? Hold on, let's make sure we didn't miss any. Yes, the next question comes from Robert Mikey. He says, will you be doing any more meetups at the warehouse in the new year? Missed out on the last one, sadly. Yeah, we do plan to do more open days here at the workshop. We're actually going to try and plan in a northern keyboard meetup at some point. I'm going to work with the MK UK guys to try and do one either in Manchester or Leeds. So when I say northern, it's not too far north, but yeah, we're going to try and do that at some point, probably Q2, I think. Oh gosh, I've soldered that terribly. Yeah, around Q2 is where we're going to aim for that. I don't have any specifics information on it at the minute. Can we have a spaceship on the PCB? No, I don't think so, but maybe. Did you know that GMK Arch can be purchased right now in store for 10% off using the coupon Streaming Party? I did a HL3, but thank you for reminding everyone. Thank you, yeah. Just while the stream is live, GMK Arch is 10% off using the code Streaming Party for in stock, all the stuff that's in stock for GMK Arch. Base key sets, everything else. So have at it and buy yourself some nice stuff. Wait, I got myself lost a second there. Right, next question comes from JP Havlock. He said, would you still love us if we were a parts car? Yes, I have a couple of parts cars, so I know how that feels. Vintage Kiss says, how come you're not a fan of Volvos? I don't like modern Volvos, like from the early 90s onwards. I do like really early Volvos, like the Volvo Amazon. Like the modern ones are just a bit boring. Like they're just a bit clinical to drive, and don't get me wrong, they're great family cars, but like I didn't feel like in love with it when I last drove one. I had one as a test car for a weekend a while back when I was trying to find a company car when I worked for the bank, and it was alright, it was quick, it was nice. It just wasn't me. It's not that I dislike them, I just don't want one. Pyro Bunny says, do we have an estimate of when the J-02 and J-04 will be running? Also would love a super subtle spaceship on the SPC version. The J-02, yes, end of January, early Feb. J-04, not sure yet, need to prototype it. Dinosaur says, what soldering iron am I using? I'm using a TS100 soldering iron that I've had for about 6 years now. It's excellent. All I've had to do is replace the tips. It's a great bit of kit. It must have soldered 2,000 keyboards now, maybe more. What is SPC? SPC is something you find more out about if you subscribe on Twitch. All you need to do is subscribe on Twitch and link your Discord and Twitch accounts together and check out our Discord server, link at the bottom of the stream, and you'll be enlightened. How is Workshop Doggo? Workshop Doggo's good, yeah. She was playing hide and seek with us earlier on. Like quite literally, like sat on the couch, putting her head behind the cushion and then bringing it out and barking at us, and then putting the head behind the cushion again, and then like wagging her tail as if she thought we couldn't see her. It was very, very cute. And she's never done that before. So I think it's like a new game that she's realised. Like, I think she thinks if she can't see us, we can't see her. I'm feeling for a GMK DualShock 2 console deathmatch. Could I ask in Tag J if you could look for some on Tuesday? Yeah, you can do. You can tag me on Tuesday. I'll try and have a look. It's going to be a really busy day because it's our first day back. So please bear with me if we don't get to it. But I will try and have a look for you. Did our subscriber secret gifts arrive in the end? Not yet. No. If the things, no, not yet. Hopefully they'll be here in the new year. Well, sometime this year. I don't know when. I need to chase up the company on Tuesday and find out where they are. So I'll have a look at that and figure it out. I don't know is the honest answer, Tim. Sorry, that's a really crappy update. I just don't know. Could you build 2 drop planks as each half of an Alice board? No, it wouldn't be Alice layout then. So Alice's particular layout, not just any split board. How come no deathmatch today? I just like the wood background on the stream. I think it looks nice. So that's the reason why. I might start using a deathmatch if I start to get any scratches in the wood. But we'll see. You guys are not very adventurous with your questions today. No one's asking anything difficult to answer. Okay, next question comes from... Oh, is that it? Have we caught up with the Discords? Hopefully the days of buying 1k plus GMK extras and 2-year lead times are over. Why the extras? Why wouldn't you want to see us buy 1,000 extras? Why would you not want us to do that? I hope that Jay's going to consider doing an R1 J-02. Yes, I am. Yes, absolutely. I don't know, that's pretty far up north for us South Coasters. Leeds is dead easy to get to. It's 2 hours on the train from London. You have no excuse. Omar, hey man, thanks for a happy new year. Any tips or tricks for someone that hasn't soldered before? Yeah, take it slow. Make sure you're heating up the pad and the pin and push your solder into the iron. Don't push your iron into the solder. I've seen some people put the solder down and then try and push the iron into it. You want to put your iron down and then push the solder into it. Take it slow, take it steady. Don't worry too much. If you think it's wrong, go away, come back later, take a break. Yeah, watch some of the tutorials on YouTube. I'm not a very good teacher, so I wouldn't want to try and teach someone how to solder. Although I taught Mel and she seemed okay with it quite quickly. But yeah, just taking it steady away is the main thing. I think it's very difficult to mess something up when you're soldering these days. Okay, the engraving you mentioned for the inside of the case, if it's SPC themed, is it possible to get one that isn't engraved in the inside of the case? I mean, you wouldn't see it once it was built anyway. It would be completely on the inside. You'd only ever see it if you took the PCB and plate assembly out. But yeah, you could have like an SPC one without it if you really wanted that. Like, we'll be doing the engravings in-house. If you really didn't want it, then we could do that. Maybe I'd charge a fee to not have it though. Like that would be more sensible, I think. Like BMW do, they charge you a fee to not have like they charge you like, I think it's like 500 quid to debadge the car. Or they did last time I bought a BMW new, which was a long time ago actually. Okay, that is our soldering done. I'll try and answer the rest of the questions super duper quickly and catch up before we move on to the next set of the build. Let's see what questions you guys have got. Could you do a YouTube vid by putting a GoPro harness on Workshop Dogger for the day? Best behind the scenes? Yeah, probably could do. Yeah, maybe we'll do that at some point. Do I do commissions? Void Manger, yes. If you want me to build something for you or make something for you, I can do that. Just reach out by email. What are your thoughts on clone sets like HK Gaming and iFay? I like to support original designers is what I'd say. I like to support original designers. HK Gaming are okay, so there's two sides to this, right? let's flip on to the thing. There's two sides to this. There's the quality of the keycaps, and then there's the actual business practices. HK Gaming the caps are okay. Like, they're not the best quality, they're not the worst quality, they're kind of alright. I think they're fine for the cost of them. They're probably good value for money. The issue is HK Gaming themselves are really negative about supporting designers, about supporting people in the community, in the hobby, and they basically just go, YOLO, we'll do what we want. We don't care about you having a design. IFA are a little bit different. They keep themselves to themselves. They don't come out with all that negativity, but again, they don't support the designers, so they're probably the better of the two in that respect. But again, the cap's pretty good. The cap's pretty good. I don't own any HK Gaming. I do own one set of IFA. So that might tell you something. I'll let you guys take it from there. But I wouldn't ever stock either. I wouldn't ever put them in the website. Patiently waiting for GMK Maroon extras. Yes, we'll have extras. I drove 6.5 hours to the workshop. Easy job. Nice. Is there space for innovation from a design perspective within the keyboard space, or at a stage with slight differences? Personally, I see greater space for niche growing as the bottom line of keyboards become better and better for less and less. Yeah. Okay. So I think what we're actually going to see is we're going to see a spin round to how the hobby was in about 2016, where some of the really high-end designs are literally small runs by designers and people who want to support them. So I'm thinking like people like Justin and Beep, and they'll just do like 50 or 60 keyboards, and people will buy those and it'll be fine, just like it happened in 2015, 2016, 2017. I think the days of individual designs keyboards going massive and doing like thousands of units are probably limited. We're going to see more of a rise of custom keyboards from the likes of Wookiee, the likes of like the JRIS, the Mellatrix boards, that kind of stuff. Those are going to replace like the kind of like bottom layer of it, and then the high end stuff is going to become significantly lower run, I think, in terms of numbers and less available, but that's probably not a bad thing in the long run. JP Havelock, thoughts on Israel versus Palestine and America continue to trade arms to Israel during this? You wanted hard questions. Okay, this is not a question I was prepared for, but I don't like the fact that anyone wants to continue to trade arms with either side. Like, it's neither side should be persecuted. Both sides have got their own beliefs, and whilst I don't agree that anyone should be at war, I don't want to change their beliefs because of this. So I think in terms of Palestine and Israel, I think that's something that they need to sit down and work out diplomatically, not through violence. Whether that's actually possible, I don't know. I don't know enough about the situation to say whether it is possible or not. But that's my view on it, and I think that no one should be continuing to trade arms to further a political agenda. I think that's a terrible way of doing things. I think it's slightly different between Ukraine and Russia, where people are trading arms with Ukraine to generate a slightly different outcome. But it's a little bit different when it's something that's so religiously based as Palestine and Israel. That would be my thoughts on it. Futura said, you mentioned sound cavity on the board. Who would you describe that sound profile? Does it make for an even more sound across the board? Yeah, so the idea behind the cavity here, I'll show you. Behind the acoustic cavity, it's not going to show up in the light. I'll show you when we do the build. The idea behind the acoustic cavity is that sound's got an area to develop, and the size, width, and depth of that is all based on the golden ratio phi, to try and give sounds time to space to develop. That's basically the idea behind it. I think too many boards have the bottom of the case too close to the pins of the switches and the bottom of the PCB, and you don't have enough space for the sound to develop. Now, the other thing as well is that the J-02 will come in here. There will be like a little foam add-on that will be provided that you can pop in and cover that all up with. Okay. Hypothetically, do you think a GMK keyset can last a lifetime of normal everyday usage? Yeah, I've got keysets from GMK that were made as die-sub. Well, this is when Cherry made them using the same molds as die-sub PBT. Well, actually not the same molds, but you know what I mean. That's a lot of history. But yeah, I've got sets that were used in the 60s and 70s, and they're just still fine, that weren't made by Cherry. So I think if you picked one GMK set now, I think it could absolutely last you daily typing for 50, 60 years with no issues. You'd need to change the switches and keyboard before you had to change the keycaps, I think. I want Nixes so I can build my own cloud line. I want to try them together, but so hard to wait. We're going to have the Nixes in stock soon. Do you know how to use a virtual XF solvent to fix overloop switches? I use 205 grade 2 and I'm almost 400, and these are sluggish AF. Okay, so Trueblaze, what you need to use is you need to use a virtual. You need to wipe it on the parts of the switch that have lubricant on, and then you need to dry wipe the lubricant off. I think that's how it's used. It's designed to break down the connection of the lube to the surface. Caffeinate, thank you. Will future J-02 pen rails be compatible with the original J-02? No, Midnight Samurai, none of the parts are interchangeable, I'm afraid, due to the fact that we've changed the whole design from the ground up. Posture check, thank you. Yes, I'm sat up nice and straight. People talking about HK Gaming. I don't want to give them any more screen time. They've removed novelties from most of their latest releases. Yeah, I think they're probably on the better side of it, but... What's the process to get caps produced and run as an indie dude? You need to buy an MOQ, depends on your manufacturer. If you want to talk about it, reach out to me. Basically, it depends on the design, what materials you want to make it in, and what your budget is to produce them. Like if we sell a GMK set for 100 quid, it's probably costing me 90 euros at source to buy it from GMK. So you just need to bear that kind of stuff in mind. It's not cheap, and you generally have to meet an MOQ. And if you don't want to go through vendors, then you have to buy the MOQ out yourself. So there we go. Any preference between the Alpaca or Aurora Stabs? Yeah, I think the Aurora Stabs are best for a lot of things. I just use the Alpaca Stabs because they fit the aesthetic of the build a little bit nicer today. That's the only reason. Right, okay, so now we've built the board. Well, we've soldered the board. It's time to put everything together and then put some keycaps on. Okay, let's flip over the cameras and you can see. If you guys have got any more questions, I'm happy to keep answering them. Let's zoom out a little. There we go. So, now we've soldered the build. We now need to plug it all into the board. So the first thing I'm going to do is pop in the JST connector. And I'm hoping this particular one is going to be long enough. It's one I stole from another board, so I hope it fits. I'm going to pop off the top case. I'm going to bring it into position. We're going to clip in the JST cable. Hold on. This might be a little bit difficult because I've already put the daughter board in, but it should be alright. Okay, just need my tweezers to do this one, I think. Again, you won't have to do this once the board's built the first time because... Oh, there we go. Oh, no. I had it and then I pulled it straight out because you'll have already done this before you installed the daughter board. Okay, doesn't want to go in. There we go. There we go. So, just to show you again, this is how your board will be. To change the build, you literally just pop your JST cable in, which is probably the most time consuming part. And then you can lift that over. We're going to slide the gasket into position. It's going to sit down nicely into the recess for it. Just like so, he says. Just like so. Nice and even all round. Top case on. Board's built and ready to go. Time to pop some keycaps on, and then we'll see how the board sounds. Please Pet Dogs, thank you so much for the 9 months of subscriptions. That is a prototypist baby you could have right now. I am just going to prop this board up just so you can see the actual board when you put the keycaps on. Because the blackout nature of it does mean that it hides from the lights a little bit. And I'm literally just taking the keycaps off of an earlier J series to move them across. We need a bone zone build soon. Sure, we can do one soon. Best show the build in slow-mo so we don't miss it. Like, it's dead easy now. It's so easy. You might want to take the daughter board out first. I managed it. Like, normally you'd cable going before you put the daughter board in. I'd just done it for a test build earlier, that's all. Thank you again, Robot, for the votes for the chat about the cheap GMK arch right now whilst we're streaming, whilst we're live. Such a clean look, right? Honestly, this looks so good with Midnight Rainbow on. As I say, with the discounts, we'll do one each week for something new. You guys can pick each week at the start of the stream. Maybe we'll do like a marbles game for who gets to pick it, and we'll do that at the beginning of each week. There's no off black. This is just two different blacks. Is J-02 screwless? So the new J-02 is completely screwless. There's no screws visible from the outside. The only time you need to use screws is to install the daughter board. That's the only time. So once the daughter board is installed, you don't need to use screws anymore. Okay. And as I say, this will be going to our resident filmographer, photographer, an all-round good egg, Tim, on Tuesday, so he can take some nice product pictures for us. So you guys are getting to see this earlier than you should really. When will the J-02 get a J-02 drink sponsorship? It won't. Is J-02 is that still a thing? I've not seen that in pubs since I used to be in the pub trade, which is a long time ago. J-02's goated. Honestly, it's one of the favorite things I've ever done. Like the original build that we did with James and Cannon Keys, like it was what I wanted at the time. But now that we've redesigned it in-house and we've done the whole new thing. J-Shuff, thank you so much for the 10 gift subs. Thank you so much, J-Shuff. I really appreciate it, man. It's good to see you again, dude, as well. I saw you liking my post on Facebook the other day. Thank you for that. I need to go dig a capsule key out as well. But yeah, so we did the original J-02, and it was what I wanted at the time. But over time, things have changed. Technologies have changed. The way the community creates and produces products has changed. And now we can do a whole ton of new stuff. Happy New Year to you as well, J-Shuff. Thank you so much, man. So yeah, so now we have all this new technology, like the injection molded gaskets. Like we just didn't know that was possible 3 years ago, and now we can do it, and we've already paid for this up front and we've got it all in hand. Like we have hundreds of the gaskets for this just lying around, ready for us to make the boards now. Almost there apart from the capsule key. I will go and grab that from the box in a minute. Okay, let me go and grab the capsule key that's stepped from the Midnight Rainbow box. I'll be 1 second. I forgot that we'd need to change that. Won't be a second. Here we go. Rainbow at night. Yeah, that was kind of the inspiration. Kinda. I think this set's unused actually. Oh, that is this set we need to use. That's alright then. Where is stepped caps? There it is. Alright, let's take the rest of the caps off of this board. Just pop them in the case. And don't lose them. Yes, GMK Midnight Rainbow. Will be coming back, but not as GMK. It'll be coming back as Domikey, I think. I still need to make sure Domikey can do exactly what I want, but we're talking with them. Okay, so there we go, guys. This is GMK Midnight Rainbow on the J-02 Blackout Edition prototype. Look how nice that looks. Super subtle stealth build. Oh, I've got something trapped in there. New logo on the rear. If I can get the light to show it. There you go. Nice new USB port. And again, changing the build is so easy. Pop the top cover off. Lift out the gasket setup. Disconnect your JST cable, which is there. Put your new build in. Case back down. Changed. Look at that. So happy with how this came out. You have a few small adjustments to make, you just noticed? Okay, we can talk about them later. Win-key version given the chance though? Yeah, that's fair. Win-keyless is just my favorite. I like to rest my pinkies here, so that's why I like win-keyless. But look at that. It's so hard to show you because it absorbs so much of the light. Yeah, I'm super happy with that. Midnight Rainbow is still so good. It's coming back, man. Is win-keyless my favorite? Yes, it is. It is. Should we see how this sounds? As I say, I don't have the foam in this, but it will be coming with like a foam cut out in the inside. Made a felt that we'll be producing in-house with a bit of logo and stuff on as well. So that's something that's going to happen. Is that a functioning pen rail? Yeah, would you like to see it function? Let's find a pen. There you go, you see. That's how a pen rail should look and work. If you tip the board up, the pen doesn't fall off, look. It's not like a little trough where it rolls out. It just sits there. You can pick the board up and move it if you need to. Move it around your desk without losing the pen. And then, there you go, that's what it looks like from the side. What a nice pink pen. Thanks, man. Let's see how she sounds properly. The keycaps seem to have similar textures to pen rail, which looks great. They do, yeah. That was not intentional, but it is how it works. Let's pause the music for a second. I know it's only very quiet, but... I think I'm in love. Like just a little bit. That's I need someone to sub so it does the whole tasty thing, because guys, that sounds so good. Like, it just really sounds so good. Yeah, inks are goated for this board. I mean, it's what it was originally designed around when the first inks came out. But man, this looks so good. And it feels so good. And it sounds so good. I'm so happy with it. Josh, thank you for working with me on this, because this is so good. thank you very much, Andromeda. That one doesn't do the tasty taste though. It's only if someone actually subs rather than a gift sub. But thank you so much. I'm so happy with this. I'm sorry about all the finger marks on it. I don't have a cloth. Usually I have a cloth to hand wipe things down with. I don't think I do at the minute. No, I don't have one to hand. But yeah, I'm super happy with that. I just love how much light it sucks up. Like, it's just as a board, it just sucks up all the light. Linear's bad. You can use if you buy one, Tink, I'll build it with Anubis switches just for you. We love Josh. Gutted. We do. All lies. No, it's good. It's fancy. Like, it is. It's not. I mean, it's actually quite shiny. It's the black. Like, as you see it, like there, it's quite shiny. But if you get it on the right angle, it just sucks up all the light. It's so good. Like, it's just super cool. I hope Tim gets some really cool product shots of this. I know he will actually. Sucks up all the light. Things you don't want to hear as a videographer. Yeah, you're good enough for it. I know you're happy. I know you are. Nice Creamy Baileys. Thank you so much for the gift sub. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. The voices in your head have been warning you. What's warning you? What's up, Josh? What's wrong? Should be proud of yourself and the others involved. Superb. It's a team effort. Yeah. Josh, big thank you to you, Josh, for working with me on this. I know I'm not the easiest to work with at times. I'm quite demanding. But if this is how good the J-02 is, just think how good the J-01 and J-03 we're going to do together are. I'm super excited for it. Super excited for it, Josh. But yeah, there we go, guys. So this is going to be available pre-order. We're going to get the manufacturer's order in. We've got 2 more parts to come through, and the reason we're waiting on some more parts is I just want 2 more magnets under here and here and a little alignment tab just to make sure that it can't slide if there's no keycaps on the board. And they'll be replicated on here as well. We've got those parts coming, which is basically a mid-piece and a top case in the SPC colorway. And Josh, everyone shout out for Josh. Thanks, guys. And we're going to get these into production. I'm going to sign the order for production before Chinese New Year based off of this prototype. Once we've got everything into production and everything's underway, then we'll open up pre-orders towards back end of January, early Feb. So it's not running as a true group buy, it's running more of as a pre-order. So just bear that in mind, guys. But yeah, a whole new mounting system, completely screwless exterior, new PT feet, new logo positions and layouts, easily to swap builds, new position for the USB port, a whole new acoustic cavity. It's going to come with some foam inside some felt inside the acoustic cavity as well if you want to use that or not. I prefer it without. Choice of POM or CF plate as standard, you can have either. I'm aiming to keep it under $500 if we can. That's where I'd like it to be, under $500 Blackbrook. That's the kind of like borderline number I have in my head. I don't know what that's going to be with exchange rates into GBP, but under $500 is where I want it to be. There will be the SPC edition as well, which is we'll have some pictures of what that's going to look like soon. So yeah. Will all the J series boards be using the new gasket glove mount now? Yeah, I don't have a name for it. I don't necessarily dislike glove mount actually, but yeah, the new encapsulating gasket is what we're going to use for all J series boards. So it's going to be on the 1800, it's going to be on the J01, it's going to be all of them. Will you be able to buy an extra plate so we can have both materials? Yes, you'll be able to buy an extra plate. So Josh did the design for it, but it was my idea on how to do the design. So whilst he did all of the CAD design, it was I'm not the designer, but I'm not a designer, but it was like my idea that we like fulfilled. Full isolation is the mount style. I don't think the mount styles change, it's still full isolation, but I think we need to come up with like some sort of trademark name for the gasket itself. We'll figure something out. Josh and I will put our heads together and come something out. But yeah, I'm super happy with this. It just came out so well. Like, look at this. Look at it. It just came out so well. I'm so happy with it. Oh, there you go. See the J-02 better now. Silicon dom mount. I quite like that as well. I'm not sure we'll go with that. But yeah, J-skip mount. Yeah, I don't like that. But yes, this is going to be very soon, guys. Very soon. Look how good it looks. Just look. Look, it slaps so hard. Pen on it. Man, this sounds so good as well. Full salation mount? No. Is the mid piece and the pen rail the same thickness? Yeah. So like the amount that the pen rail is up from the board, like offset from the board, is the same as the thickness of the mid piece. So it's all even. It's really hard to show you guys because of the way the light interacts with it. But yeah, there you go. You can see it there. J-mount is cool. But then we can't use it for other products. And I definitely do want to use it for other products. There is actually a way as well where we could get rid of like some of the screws in this Josh that I wanted to talk to you about, but that might be due for the J01. Capital O-ring mount? Nah, we'll figure something out. SPC version isn't too far away, yeah. As soon as you get the parts for that, we'll share the pictures. We're going to order all of the boards at once, and then depending on who buys SPC or Blackout versions, we will colour them based on that at a later date. So we'll get them all into production with the manufacturer, and then just use the pre-orders to determine which colours we have them produced in. Will there be a hot swap PCB for people like me? We are working on a number of different versions of the PCBs we're going to use for this, which aren't going to be black. There is a hot swap version in there. We haven't tested it with the J-02 yet. There probably won't be one at group buy, but you will be able to buy a hot swap PCB later. Let's put it that way, I think. How much does it weigh? So as part of the move, I haven't actually managed to find out my scales. It is slightly lighter than the original J-02 by about 200 grams, I think. But because we've moved warehouse, I don't have my scales to hand, so I haven't been able to weigh it yet. I will have all of that information on the group buy, on the pre-order thread. It's probably about 2.2 kilos, I'm guessing, just from weight here. Is it compatible with other 60% PCBs? I can't confirm because we haven't tried them, but don't worry, we're going to have plenty in stock. Our PCB that we're doing will be compatible with other boards as well, so it'll be compatible with the older J series boards and many other 60s as well. So we are making sure that our board is compatible with other people. Fig mount, I like fig mount, that works well. Fig mount, that works. Will you be doing some raw pen rails? Would love to get some patinaed. Yeah, we actually have PECs and PCs coming up in the new year to have a chat with us about things like that. I don't want to spill anything too soon because we don't have anything in place, but multiple options for pen rails and mid pieces will be a thing going down. Yes. Custom case. Yeah, it's going to have a hard case that it comes with. Yes. I will weigh it. Yeah, thanks, Tim. Thank you. When was this going to group buy? It's not going to be group buy, it's going to be pre-order. I'm going to sign off the production of them this week coming when we're back at work on the 3rd. So that week I'll get it all sorted and paid for. And then we'll do a pre-order towards the back end of January, early February. And they'll just be basically pre-order until they sell out. That's what we're going to do. Going to need like 3 PCBs just to be safe. Yeah. I think the idea behind this is for me that if I want to change it from a tactile build to a linear build, it just takes me like a few seconds. Like all I need to do is pop off the top case, just like that, lift out the build, undo the JST, and then put the new one in, JST in, pop it down, pop the top case back on, and we're done. That's it. That's so easy. Like it's just the easiest thing in the world. It's so easy. H60, yes, H60. Okay. Oh, the H60 will work? Yeah, because our PCB is very similar to that, yeah. Gonna need like 3 PCBs, yeah, we are. Coffee check, Tink. I don't actually have any coffee left, but I did have earlier on. Oops, I keep dropping this pen. Pen collab when? We're actually designing our own pen in-house. Any chance of other colours in the near future? Yeah, so there'll be the SPC version if you're a sub. And you can look at the SPC version at that point. There's the Blackout version, and then we're going to try and do some key set branded versions later on in the year. As some key sets come through from Group Buy across the course of this year, we're going to try and do some versions that will match the key sets. So, for example, when GMK Oblivion comes out, we might do one that matches that, or when, I don't know, GMK Olivia comes out, we might do one that matches that if the designers are happy to let us do that. So, yeah. Means I can run tactile, but then have inks when I want to be like Daddy J. Oh, thanks, man. Genuinely, there needs to be a prototypist pen so we can use it on a pen rail. There will be, don't worry. Unicorn, hey man, thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here. Happy New Year as well. Any Switch recommendations other than the inks? I built with my Frog Mini with them, but didn't really like them. Yeah, basically it's designed for any linear, but any good sounding linear. So I think the new Nixies will sound great in it. Gator and Yellows would sound great too. blush linears might be alright, and the Panku ones are actually pretty good as well if you get a chance to try those out too. I can hide my hopes for Bone Zone build under the magnetic top case. You can do. When can we convince Josh to come down? Don't worry, we're working on it. I want a keyboard that sounds like a tennis board being hit on Wii spots. Yeah, I remember that noise. Alpacas are also nice, yeah. Tangerines. Tangerines are okay. I prefer the lighter ones to the heavy ones, and I usually like heavier switches. But yeah, inks are what this board was designed around. Like all of the J series was basically designed around inks or similar things to inks. So yeah, I base it on that. Wait, working on it? It's news to me. We've talked about you coming over a few times, Josh. Like, we literally said last year that you'd come over at some point this year. Yeah, we'll have the new Nixes in stock in back into January, early Feb as well. We definitely want to put the... Well, we've already got the new Nixes on order, so we'll have them in stock at some point. It's like you forget, Josh. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it's like you forget that we literally do stuff and talk about stuff. We'll definitely get you over at some point, though. I think it's very important. Wonder how much space will amplify clickies. Do you know what? I've never seen anyone build a J series board with clickies, and I've never tried it. So maybe you could be the first. Maybe you could be the first. If it doesn't happen in Blender, it isn't in his mind. Maybe, yeah. Bet. I don't know if anyone has built it with clickies, if that's what you mean. I've not seen a J series build with clickies. Oh, did he? Okay, I haven't seen that one. I have seen quite a few Switch Doctor AU builds, but I haven't seen theirs with box whites. Stick a solenoid in it. You could put a little solenoid in there. There is space in there for one of those thin solenoids. You can get some really cool thin solenoids these days. They're pretty cool. Silent linear J-02 for sure. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. I'm just happy to share it with you guys finally. Like, it's been so long that we've been working on the J-02 that I'm just super happy to be able to share this with you, and it just looks so good. I'm just so happy. Look how it absorbs all the light. It's just so nice. So yeah, so very, very soon. About buckling switches. I don't know. Zeal clickies. I want someone to build it with Zeal clickies. That's what I want someone to do. Won't be me, but I want someone to do that. Right, guys. Unless you've got any more questions, thank you, Not Chandler Bing, for the follow. I appreciate that. Unless you've got any more questions, it is time to end the stream there. Is the forehead bigger on this rev? It's actually slightly smaller. It is slightly smaller as the forehead. So it's more proportional based on... So, again, it's really hard to show you on this camera because of the light. It just absorbs the light. So, it's actually a multiple of the width now, I think. I can't remember exactly what we did, like, to the measurements, but Josh and I talked about it and we did change that a little bit. So it is now much more proportional than the original one. Can you give us a kiss before you leave us? I can. There you go. Oh, marbles. Yeah, should we play marbles? Should we do a game of marbles for a giveaway before we go? Would anyone like to play marbles? I don't know what we're going to give away. What should we give away? What should we give away? Well, I'm looking around for something I can give away. Okay, we'll give away a desk mat from InStock. I'm not giving away the prototype. We're going to give away... Let me load up marbles while we're talking. Steam. So, we're going to give away a desk mat from InStock. Whoever wins gets to pick any desk mat we have in stock, and we'll ship it out to them. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. We'll ship it out to you. Okay, that's marble. It's loading now. Giveaway Bone Zone? No. Stale coffee giveaway? Maybe. We're going to give away a desk mat. Like, whoever wins gets to pick a desk mat out of stock. And you can just message me and you can pick any desk mat that we have in stock and I'll ship it to you. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, I'll send it to you. The only thing you might have to pay is import duties if you're not in the UK. Like, we'll cover the VAT if you're in the UK, but if you're outside the UK, you might have import duties. Can't cover those, but we'll send you a desk mat if you win. How about that? You get to pick whatever you want. I'm not giving away one of the Datsuns. I'm not giving away one of the Datsuns. Right, okay. Games. You should be able to see my screen. Let's do race. Standard viewer choice. How does that work? The last race winner's vote will be populated into the new winner's choice. But right, okay, random. Let's do. No, I don't like that one. We've done that map before. I don't like it. Yeah, JPEG89. We haven't done this. Mountain Pass. We haven't done this map before. Let's try this one. So, when it loads up, guys, all you need to do is do !space to get into the game. Sorry, !play to get into the game, not space. !play to get into the game. Oh, I need a keyboard spec to be able to control this. Here we go. Keyboard, come over here. Thank you. Okay, and this is basically going to be to win a deathmat, in stock deathmat. You can pick whatever deathmat you'd like off the website, as long as we have it in stock when we get back into the office on Tuesday, and it hasn't sold out while we've been streaming or whatever. You can have any in stock mat you'd like. Okay, let's hit start. We've got 68 people in. You've got about 10 seconds left to join now. !play puts you in to win. Don't forget, we're also having 3 for 2 on desk mats across the whole of January, starting on the 3rd. So you can buy 3 desk mats for the price of 2. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Let's see who can win. Okay, it's a bit of a race now. Who's going to make it down to the edge first? Sax is probably in the lead there, dropping all the way down. Going to come back up, though, so we'll wait up at the top. Angry Swan's there as well. Burke's Keys is looking like they're in the lead right now. Maybe not. It's hard to tell. Kajahata's up there somewhere. Sax is on the way up, actually. Oh, Burke's Keys is in the lead and falls all the way down. They are the first one through. So, Simba's there as well. All people catching up, people overtaking here. Simba's taking the lead now with Solid Logic, The Void, Just Grandpa Things are right behind. Burke's Keys is probably in 10th now. JQ's there as well. Oh, big blockage in the road. Simba still manages to retain the lead there, though, even though he got stuck up in the by the blockage. Spinning around the corner here now. Blocks racing down the hill. Adam's up there as well. Adam's in the lead now. Adam taking the win here. Oh! Void Media is just behind. Just Grandpa Things there as well. Aneos is in the top 10 too, just currently. Local live streamers up at the back. Mantis Boggan's there as well. Anaki's at the back. Mr. Berry Crunch is right up there too. Adam has taken the lead with Void Media just right behind them. Let's see how this pans out as we come down into the next series of obstacles, because anyone could still win. Very slow under the bridge. Just Grandpa Things has taken 2nd place here. Adam's storming into the lead though. Void Media, Angry Swan. Golden Ratio's there too. And Aeos and Rexathon are just coming around the corner. Aquanix is there as well, so is Perlin. Void Media has taken the lead. Local live streamers coming up though very quickly. Perlin Merlin's there as well. Sirijiman's just behind, not too far away. And Trojam is there as well. Local live streamers doing well though. I don't know who that is. I don't think that's the real one. I think that's the track record. So Void Media is winning. Trojam's on the way down on the secret side. It's difficult to see who's going to win. Let's see who gets down to the crossroads first. Void Media is there first. Perlin Merlin is just behind in 2nd. So Regiman's coming down to take up 3rd place, but Perlin's got stuck. Snicket's on the way as well, so is Burke's Keys. Void Media is on the way to the win here. They don't have much further to go. Oh, people dropping through. Dinosaur just dropped across the map into 2nd place. Very lucky drop there. Snicket's taking up 3rd place, but quite a way back. Void Media does have a long way to go, though. A couple more obstacles left. Anyone could still win this. Dinosaur somehow managed to get all the way underneath that. Taking the lead. Congratulations, Dinosaur. Well done there. You haven't won yet, but you're not too far away. Metatron's down. Midnight Samurai's there as well. Let's see who's going to win. Get down to the finish line first. Could be anyone's game here. Both stuck up here, look. Both stuck right here at this blockage. It's going to need some other people to come and break that through. Midnight Samurai and Futura are here on the way. Futura coming down really quick. Boom. Pyro Bunny there as well. Midnight Samurai, Perlin Merlin, Snicket, loads of Haribo Egg, loads of people there. This could be anyone's race. Anyone's race. Sea Fox jumps over the whole thing. Skips right round to the end almost. Unicorn's through. Andromeda Keeps is there as well. 3-6 SW, Kajahata. Sea Fox is going to take the win, I think. Sea Fox is our winner. With Unicorn in 2nd, Andromeda Keebs in 3rd, Kajahata 365, Geeky Ed, Ono Spiker, N360 Simba, and Golden Ratio taking up the top 10. Sea Fox, thank you so much. You are the winner. Congratulations. Congratulations. Right at the very end there, you did take the win. Solid Logic is right up at the back. Katumbus and Jellymaster and Netsy all coming down at the back here as well. Congratulations to everyone. Quite the twister at the end. I did say it could be anyone's game right there. Anyone's race right there at the end. Solid Logic, come on. You can make it down, man. You can make it. I believe in you. Stolen with the rocks. You jumped straight over the top of those rocks. Congratulations. Bailey second to last. Poor Bailey. Solid logic there. There we go. Seafox, yeah, you were like 3 seconds ahead of anyone else. Congratulations. Well done. I know who you are anyway, so I think I have a board to build for you. So once we build the board, we'll sort you a Desmet out and we can send that back with the board for you as well. Makes it nice and easy. So yeah, congratulations. There we go. Okay. That is the race over. That is the keyboard build over. It is time for me to end the stream and go home and get some sleep because it's getting late now. It's 10 past 10. So yeah. I do need to go get some sleep now. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you for coming and seeing the J-02 Blackout Edition. I can't wait to get this into your guys' hands. I'm super stoked about it. I hope you guys are as well. It sounds so good. It sounds so good. Tim will get this sent down to you in the next couple of days. Yeah. Thanks again for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll see you all super soon. More streams are coming this year. We're going to have more streams, I promise. Right. Take care, guys. Goodbye. Have a good night.